Key Bank, National City PNC, Fifth Third, U.S. Bank, Charter One, First Merit, Dollar Bank, Third Federal. Our foundation depositors and collaborators include the Cleveland Foundation, the George Gunn Foundation, St. Luke's, Mount Sinai, Deaconess, and Sisters of Charity. And we've also worked with nonprofits like Neighborhood Progress, Cleveland Action to Support Housing, and Greater Cleveland Partnership to address low and moderate income housing, commercial space, minority business development, and workforce issues. But there's so much more work to be done. Individuals and organizations in our urban neighborhoods need more access to capital to realize their economic potential. We absolutely must find ways to push on here in Cleveland. If not, we put at risk much of the great success that we've already achieved. At ShoreBank, we have many ways for individuals and institutions to help our urban neighborhoods. Individuals and organizations can take advantage of our products such as CDs, IRAs, and money market accounts. These deposits are offered at competitive rates and will be directed to fund community development and or environmentally friendly projects. If you're a foundation, you can make greater use of PRIs, or program-related investments, to build sustainable involvement. The capital from PRI equity investments can be greatly leveraged, creating more than 3 times the amount in new credit in a community. And of course, institutional investors can invest directly in community banks. TIAA CREF, the retirement vehicle for the teaching community, has invested nearly $50 million in community banks across the country, including ShoreBank. We must ensure that CDFIs have the funds available to meet the growing needs of credit in our neighborhoods. So, finding better ways to serve low and moderate income customers and communities is my passion. I don't expect it necessarily to be yours, but money is such a powerful force. And when you link that with community values, it will change the world in a very positive direction. Because we truly are all in this together. When foreclosures go up, crime goes up, and property values go down. A rise in unemployment creates a greater burden on regional resources. When you stop rehabbing city buildings and retrofitting for energy efficiency, the demand for energy rises, driving up costs. So I'd like to close by quoting Federal Reserve Board Chairman Ben Bernanke, who recently said, "Economic recovery, like economic development, is a bottom-up as well as top-down process." Through their work at the community level, CDFIs, together with other community development organizations, can help build a sustainable recovery for us all. I thank you, and it's been an honor speaking with you today.
Today at the City Club of Cleveland, we are listening to a Friday Forum featuring Stephanie McHenry, president of ShoreBank in Cleveland. We will return to our speaker in a minute for our traditional City Club questions. We encourage you to formulate your questions now and remind you to keep them brief and to the point. We welcome you to this City Club Forum. For those listening to today's forum through one of our broadcast partners, we want to remind you that all are welcome here at the City Club. Please visit our website to see a full schedule of our upcoming programs. Our greetings go to those present in this room and especially to those who are guests. We hope you will join the City Club and become active in our ongoing civic dialogue. Wednesday, February 17th, the City Club new leaders present Cindy Kent, Vice President of Marketing at Medtronics, Inc., who will discuss successful leadership in the biotech industry, how to reach underserved and minority populations. Friday, February 19th, the City Club welcomes Ann Campbell Goodman, President and CEO of the Cleveland Food Bank. In honor of Ms. Goodman's forum, we will also host a food drive through February 19th. So bring dry goods to the forum to donate to the Cleveland Food Bank. To make reservations or to order a tape of today's program, please call the City Club at 223-6786 or 216-621-0082, or visit our website at cityclub.org. We welcome guests at tables hosted by Baker Hostetler, Cleveland State University alumni, Eileen M. Burkhart and Company, LLC, St. Luke's Foundation, ShoreBank, and Western Reserve Links. Thank you for joining us today. Now, let's return to our speaker and our traditional City Club question and answer period. We welcome questions from everyone, including guests. Holding the microphones today are City Club PR and Programs Manager Carrie Miller and Director of Development Jessica Leary Allen. First question, please.
Ms. McHenry, and I like your name very much. And I like your...
Are we cousins?
Pardon?
Are we cousins?
Last name, yeah. And I like your programs very much. But your being president of a bank gives us an opportunity to perhaps vent our contempt of some of the larger banks in the country who very famously have been bailed out by the American people, have received very large bonuses. And my question is, you know, if you would have any knowledge of this, as to why they should have any bonuses or any unreasonable compensation when they were, you know, their existence is owed to the American people who are struggling so terribly.
You know, it used to be lawyers. There was accounts for a while, and now it's bankers. Well, no, sir, I do not have a good answer for that. I can assure you that neither Ron nor I will ever be testifying in front of Congress about our bonuses. I can only say in the defense of those actions that the economy was about to crash. They had to do something. Don't understand why they still don't get it in the bank management, you know, in terms of being more responsible with resources. You won't see that from us. That's all I can promise you.
As you indicated, your bank itself has struggled in this financial crisis. I was wondering if you could provide us some insight in terms of how you have gotten over the crisis, how you've put your bank back in good financial shape.
We're working on it. I think what's important to understand is that the key driver for us and many institutions has been that when loans start to go into default, you have to allocate a provision as if that loan had already defaulted. So you have to actually write a check for whatever percent of that loan you think you might end up writing off because you won't be able to recover. And that's an expense. It's just like writing a check or throwing money, you know, out of the window, and that's what's really hurt us. So the only real answer is to continue to work with your borrowers to get those loans performing again. That's the best answer. And there are some tools to do that. You know, the regulatory industry has figured out that, you know, we can't just let all banks crash because of this issue. So there's some structures you can do to go in and restructure loans in a way that if the borrower performs over a certain period of time, they can go back on accrual, and then you can sort of loosen up what you have to put by as a provision. But the real answer is credit quality. I mean, that's what has to get fixed. Now, we can fix some of it. The macroeconomic factors causing some of it, we can't. But we will continue to follow our mission, and you know, the idea is to have enough capital to sustain you through that rough patch. And that's something that we're definitely paying attention to.